Hi. So, throughout this semester, we've done many assignments, and I feel like the one assignment that best represents me inside and outside of the classroom, is the classroom management plan assignment. As potential teachers in the program, we always envision what our classroom is going to be like. That's all we do, what we like, what we don't like from the teachers that we're observing, and how we want to be different in our classroom or take things the same. So with this assignment, it took our thoughts into a reality, and it made me realize certain things that I wouldn't think I would have to address, but I have to. For example, in my personal life, I absolutely hate cell phones. I think it's very disrespectful to be talking to someone and they're looking down at their cell phone. So that is something that I will be very strict on in the classroom. Don't get me wrong, I am very lenient when it comes to there's an emergency or you talk to me ahead of time. Okay, I understand. But while I'm teaching, if it's on a regular basis, I will find that very disrespectful. But other things I may be a little bit more lenient on, I won't care, like tardiness. Naturally, I'm a late person, which is something that I'm working on. But let's say it was first period and, students running always 3 minutes late because of their mom or something like that. It's not a big deal as long as you get to class you get to class when you get to class and you're ready to learn when you get there. The assignment that I'm most proud of, it's a little bit difficult. We don't really have many assignments. I mean, a lot to choose from. But I think the one that I'm most proud of is probably the cultural awareness project, just because it definitely opened my eyes in the sense of what students are going through, personally, not just academically. And it's made me realize, wow, I'm very proud to be going down the career that I am. To be a teacher is you have to want to be a teacher. And I want to be a teacher regardless of all the obstacles that teachers go through or the underpay and all of that stuff. You have to think about the students. And so I think the reason why I'm most proud of that specific assignment is because I got to interview LGBT, one student, Hispanic, and first generation. And I wanted to interview Hispanic and first generation because those are two categories that I identify myself with. And so I wanted to see if those students were feeling the same way that I had felt when I was in their shoes in high school. And for the most part, yes, in regards to stress, and in regards to, personal issues, all that stuff, everybody has those issues. But what I realize now is that they are pushing college and career readiness more, which is great, but it is adding more stress to the students because now, yes, it's great that more students are going to college, but obviously that makes the competition much tougher. And so it does add much more pressure on, first generation students and probably other ethnicity students as well. And then with LGBT, it's something that I've always wanted to be more a part of, be more supportive of those students. And so I'm very proud of the students that opened up to me. It is very difficult opening up to a complete stranger that you're not really close to. So for me, being able to get the responses that I did and the big connections I made in the short amount of time, I'm very proud of that. Let's see. And the most challenging one, I'd probably say the most challenging would be the social justice, just because I am a procrastinator. And so I did wait until the last minute to look for a social justice event, which was my bad completely. But so it was a challenge finding one. But when I did, that assignment did make the most impact on me in the sense of opening my eyes to how parents see school shootings. Long story short, my social justice event that I went to was kind of like a morning, but more of conversations with superintendent, teachers, and parents off the shooting that happened in Texas 2 weeks ago. And so it opened my eyes to see how parents feel. I'm not a mom, but just to think, my siblings or my nieces or my nephews, God forbid they were ever in that situation, how a parent would feel. And so I talked to parents that say they want to homeschool their children because of all these things going on, which is natural. I would want to as well. And then how we can limit the use of these guns from coming on campus. But then it goes into a deeper issue of mental health, which is something that is huge, huge, huge in this day and age, especially with social media and our cell phones. You know, us being on this is distracting us from face-to-face interactions. So that assignment by far had the most impact on me. It definitely affects the way I want to teach with what I want to bring into the classroom. I want to focus more on mental health, and yes, being ready for college and career. You know, your career after high school is very important, but your mental health is just as important, because if you're not okay mentally, everything else is not going to fall right into place. So yeah, I had a great semester. I enjoyed all of the assignments, and I'm excited to continue in the credential program.